Hey, it's Felix, and this is my entry for the 2016 IJA video tutorial contest. I'm going to be showing you how to do these club on club balances, so let's get to it. First of all, you want to have a fairly decent 3 club cascade. You should be able to run this for quite a while, until you get bored of it basically. Yeah, like that. So next is the ability to place a club on your hand and keep it there in a balance. This will help a great deal when learning this trick because you'll want to be able to balance a club on the club itself. So this is the trick that we're going to be doing. We're going to be throwing the club so the handle gets onto the body of the club. So basically the grip is that you hold your hand where the fat end meets the handle of the club. Then you want to place a club on the fat end of the club that you're holding in your dominant hand so that you can keep it there for a while. You want to practice that for a little bit. So in this bit, we're basically throwing a double from our dominant hand, then placing a club from our less dominant hand onto our dominant hand with the club in. This will make sure that your grip is pretty good and that your placement of the club onto the other club is also pretty good. You want to practice this until it's solid. Just to recap on the trick that we're going to actually be doing, we're going to be throwing the handle onto the body of the club, like so. So to break this trick down a little bit after this, you want to be able to throw a club from your less dominant hand onto your dominant hand. You'll be throwing this slightly more on the flat, so if you're familiar with flats, this trick should be fairly straightforward. Once you've got this, you want to be able to throw the club from your less dominant hand onto the club in your dominant hand, making sure that you look at the top of the club and not momentarily distracting yourself by looking down the club, as this will disturb the balance a little bit. And once you've got this solid, the next step will be really easy. So once you've got these 2 steps down, you want to try and throw a club from your pattern onto the other club, like so. A tip I can quickly give you is that you always want to bend your legs a little bit when the club reaches the other club in the balance. So I'm just over exaggerating it a little bit here, but you see I'm bending my legs down a little bit to try and make the club balance as good as possible, keeping the grip exactly the same as before. And there you go. As with any trick though, there are always variations, so you can try and do the following. So that's the one we just did. We have where you get the top end on the fat end of the club, we've got the handle on the handle of the club, and then we've got the top end on the handle of the club. But it doesn't just stop there. We have quite a few others where you can throw the club onto the top or the bottom of the clubs, like so, the handle on the top, or the top on the top. That's quite a common one. The top on the handle, that's with a 1.5 spin, and you have a handle on the handle, which is a half spin. So yeah, that's a trick. With any trick, it's all about repetition. You want to be repeating the trick over and over again until it becomes solid. For different people, it would take different times to learn. For me, it only took maybe about a couple of weeks to get it really solid. And once you got it, it's one of the best tricks you'll be able to do. So I hope this tutorial has helped, and hopefully you'll be able to learn this club on club balance soon.